As we all know that we are going to talk about assertiveness today, which is a skill that all of us can learn. So this picture, it's a beautiful depiction of how a substance can have almost a domino kind of an effect on the family. The substance first knocks over the person who has started to use it, and then that person along with themselves starts to knock over everybody else in the family. So we all know, I think it very beautifully depicts the impact that addiction can have on the family because of the behavior that the person has. Their addiction drives them towards using all their financial resources to procure the substance. There can be emotional problems, which can be not only for the person with addiction but also for the family. Many a times the family can begin to take a lot of responsibility that the person with addiction ideally could have done or should have done, but it all falls back on the family. And then the burden of the care, finding treatment for the person, not knowing whether it will help, feeling confused, all of these become very challenging for the family, and that can begin to very much strain the relationship between the family and the person who has the addiction. So assertiveness is the ability to communicate your feelings, thoughts, beliefs, opinions in a manner that does not violate the rights of the other persons. There is absolutely passive communication, where you disregard whatever you want or need, and on the other side there is the aggressive style of communication, where regardless of what the other person is feeling, you are just out to get what you want. But there is a middle ground. There is a more effective way of communication, which is what we call as being assertive, where not only I am protected, but the other person's rights are also protected. So that is what is assertive communication. We are using an I statement here. I feel angry. So when I say I feel angry, I am taking responsibility for my emotion here. It is not that I tell that person, you made me feel angry when you do this. I am feeling angry when you do this. So you are describing the situation to the other person. Then you tell them what you need out of that interaction. Okay, so I need to know that we can talk about these things because it's important for me. Setting your boundaries is very important when you are talking to people who have these issues, right? So personal boundaries, what are these? These are basically limits and rules that people set around themselves. It could be physically or mentally, emotionally. How do I want to safeguard my values, right? So setting boundaries and setting limits is about what I do, not what the other person does. Okay? And when somebody else crosses the line, you need to say something about it. Notice it and then say something about it. Assertiveness itself is a great way to challenge the anxiety that you might be feeling. Okay? So try and relax before you try to have a conversation with this person that you are finding it difficult to talk to. So it's important to try and relax before you try to set a boundary. And think about it a little objectively. Okay, what advice would you give somebody else? That's one way to get out of that confusing mindset. And if you are struggling with some of your own issues, where being assertive or talking to the person who has addiction is becoming really difficult, and if you are possibly feeling depressed, you might want to also take professional help and talk to your own therapist about that situation. So as we discussed earlier, it could really help to boost your self-esteem, right? It can help to reduce your interpersonal issues with the person who is having addiction in the family, as well as with others. So remember, whenever there is a style of communication that we have, when it becomes a part of us, it starts to trickle down to everybody else also around us.